We used to believe that success was all about intelligence. Then we thought that it was about emotional intelligence. And finally, it became clear that if you don't manage your thinking the way you think, no kind of intelligence, emotional or rational, will serve you. Hi, my name is Reeza Thomson, and I'm a psychologist. Today I want to talk about why emotional intelligence is not the peak of personal development, and why the most conscious, efficient, and successful people invest in a completely different level: mind skills. The abilities that shape your thinking, focus, and self-management. Emotions are a consequence, not a cause. What does that mean? Let's take a closer look. Emotions are not a starting point. They are a mere reflection of your interpretation, and the way you feel is the result of how you think. Here is an example. Two people receive the same rejection in exactly the same situation. One feels offended and angry, and the other feels energized, ready to improve and try again. Same event, completely different reactions. Why? Because their thinking is different. Now ask yourself, which of these two people is more likely to succeed in life? Emotional intelligence teaches you to manage your reactions. Mind skills teach you to manage the interpretation itself. So your reactions don't even need to be managed at all. Emotional intelligence makes you an observer, while mind skills make you an architect. Emotional intelligence means you can stay calm, avoid outbursts, and understand what you feel. And that's great because a lot of people out there can't do even that. But here's the issue. If that is your peak, you're still stuck in reaction mode. Mind skills turn you into an architect of your success. And here's a metaphoric analogy. You stop putting out fires, you redesign the wiring so the spark never ignites in the first place. You stop fighting consequences and start acting directly from the control center of your mind. It's like stopping patchwork on cracked walls and instead strengthening the foundation so the house never shakes again. Emotional intelligence is maturity, and mind skills are evolution. Here's what I mean. Emotional intelligence represents maturity. Your emotions no longer control you. It's the level of self-regulation, awareness, and empathy. But above that lies the next level, the evolution of thinking. Mind skills are about metacognition, the ability to recognize how you think. They are about attentional control, knowing where your mental energy flows. And they're about cognitive flexibility, which is the ability to see the world from multiple perspectives. It's not just emotional maturity, it's inner leadership, the capacity to direct yourself from within. Metacognition is your internal command center. It allows you to consciously observe your own thinking and adjust in real time. In practical terms, it's the ability to notice which emotion and beliefs shape your decisions in business, relationship, or daily life, to catch your automatic reactions and switch to strategies that serve your long-term goals. Developed metacognition acts as your mental quality control system. It helps you detect cognitive distortions, challenge your own thinking, change your perspective, and choose actions that actually move you forward. And all of that happens in split seconds, real time, automatically. That's why in the hierarchy of emotional intelligence and mind skills, metacognition is the foundation. It sees the thought, predicts the reaction, and turns your behavior into something conscious and strategic. Emotional intelligence is about people. Mind skills are about everything. Emotional intelligence helps you connect with others, to understand, empathize, communicate, and stay composed. But mind skills apply to every domain of life: negotiations, leadership, decision-making, learning, focus, stress resilience, and performance. Stress resilience itself is impossible without mind skills. That's why many people live with chronic anxiety, spending their mental energy fighting windmills. And if your goals include increasing your income, expanding your business, or advancing your career, building trust and emotional depth in your relationships, raising confident and successful children, it is super difficult to achieve it all without stress resilience. And most people end up paying for the lack of it with their health, physical health, mental health. Neuropsychologist Amishi Jha proved in 2020 that developing mindful attention directly enhances memory, focus, and emotional stability. In other words, if you train your thinking, you don't need to build emotional intelligence because your emotions naturally come into balance. Another important part. Cognitive flexibility is the foundation of success. Neuropsychologist Adele Diamond showed that cognitive flexibility, also known as the ability to shift perspective real time, is one of the core predictors of success. Because life constantly changes, it keeps evolving, and it's not the strongest who thrive, but the ones who can adapt their thinking the fastest. Mind skills are your mental navigation system. They show you where you're stuck and how to resolve situations faster. They highlight the fastest route to your goals. People often ask me how to develop mind skills, or how do I move from constant reacting to mastering my mind. Here's how. Number one, learning to consciously observe your thoughts. Make it a habit to often ask yourself in various situations before you react. What am I thinking right now? Is it a fact or is it my interpretation? This helps to establish what you're actually reacting to. Number two, attention management. Focus is a muscle. It needs to be trained constantly. For instance, if your mind constantly jumps between notifications on your phone, it cannot think strategically. Train your concentration. That's your path to clarity. Number three, reprogram automatic beliefs, also known as deep-rooted beliefs, which you grew to believe undoubtedly sometime in the past. For example, catching thoughts like, I need to be perfect, or if I fail, I'm a failure. Then leaning on your true values and facts about yourself. Replace them consciously with, for example, I'm learning something new. Mistakes are my tools for growth, and I'm working on such and such because I truly want to achieve such and such. When I work with my clients, I give them a clear system with an algorithm to know exactly how to build their own mind skills based on their values and their personal experience, so they can easily apply this method in their own daily life. Number four, reflect and audit your thinking. You can ask yourself regularly, did I act automatically or did I choose consciously? What served me and what didn't? That's how you strengthen strategic awareness. Number five, mental hygiene. Your brain is a part of your body. That means sleep, regular exercise, nutrition, rest, and digital detox directly affects how you think. An example of a real-life transformation. My client, Anne, she's a senior manager, a woman with high emotional intelligence. She understood people, stayed calm, and communicated well, but she burnt out regularly and felt anxious. And when she began developing mind skills, she quickly discovered the root of her stress, a belief that said, I must control everything. Something she did not even realize that was driving her emotions and behavior. Using my method, she managed to rewrite that belief. Control does not build teams, structure does. I manage my team built on trust, freedom, and efficiency. 3 months later, she was a different person, a calm, strategic, and inspiring leader. Her team followed her not out of obligation, but out of genuine respect and trust that she managed to instill, which resulted in increased cooperation and efficiency in each individual in her team. Mind over emotions is the true hierarchy of the mind. Mind over emotions isn't just a fluffy slogan. It's the hierarchy of the human psyche, the way the brain actually works. Emotions arise from thoughts, and thoughts arise from interpretations, and interpretations arise from your cognitive structure, which is the way you're conditioned to think. So if you only work on emotions, you're just putting out fires. But when you work on your thinking, you remove the spark itself. The highest level of self-development is not the ability to control yourself. It's the state where you do not need control at all. And true calm comes from clarity. True confidence comes from understanding and knowing how you think. And true maturity comes from mastering your own mind. And when you reach that level, you no longer waste time or money on endless emotional intelligence training. Everything emotional intelligence offers comes naturally once you master your mind skills. You no longer then manage emotions. You go straight to the source, your own control center. You stop being a passenger and become the pilot on a sure way to your own success. And that's when life stops feeling like a struggle and becomes a conscious, empowered path where everything starts working in your favor. The phenomenon of star alignment for you personally. Mind skills are the pinnacle of human development. They are the path to clarity, stress resilience, and authentic inner power. And if you want to develop your mind skills, I invite you to my 90-day breakthrough blueprint program. My clients master their mind skills in a matter of weeks, once and for all. And you can have it all too. Thank you for tuning in. See you soon.